Okay, so this is gonna go for any of the guides I'm gonna make for any tower. So what I'm gonna say is that like these are basically personal strats I have. Like I personally think these are the best ways to do like the jumps on any of these towers. So if you have a way to do the jump that you like to do, use that strat, use your own strat. If you don't have to copy me if you have something you like to do instead. So yeah, that's it for the intro.
Yo, what's good, y'all? It's been a while since I made a strat video, but I'm gonna show you my strats for ToSR, Tower Spiritual Rise. I have some very good strats for this tower, I think. Because that'd be really, really quickly. Like, this grind was so quick. So, basically, the first two jumps are, like, very simple, but, like, these jumps, I climb flick them like this. And for this trust, just shift into it like this. For this jump, I like to flick, like go a little bit low and then turn a little and then do shift flick like that. This ladder is a bit weird because it's slanted. Just stop climbing, like just stop moving once you climb it like this. And you flick. Jump's just a long jump. This is also a shift flick. Just stop moving so you can climb and do your shift flick like that. And then this, you have to climb. So what I like to do is climb the corner like this and then just move around because like I had trouble just like trying to climb it like this. Sometimes I just get dropped. But so like I just like climbing the side and just turning around like that. And this is just a waiting simulator. Yeah, do not hold space at the end because you will get flung. Do not hold space. This is another waiting simulator part. You just like literally hold space. And first jump of 2, you can just WD like that. Or you can make it really easy by using E-Laugh. So like I found like E-Laugh is like just overpowered as fuck in this tower. Like there's just like makes like some jumps really free, but this jump's not that hard. You don't really need to do it. And deep flick like that. And that part is not that bad. It's just a little weird because this slope is like tilted. Now for this trust jump, I recommend going on 90 or lower FPS so you don't get trust RNG. And then do a downwards momentum like that. Or you also could climb the landing if you want. It doesn't really matter. They're the same. This is a long jump right here to slanted trust, so I like to go down a little, tilt to the left, and then do a long jump like that and go smooth. You know, do similar thing with this jump. It's also a long jump, just like tap S, turn to the left, but not too much or else you just fall off. And do a 13 stud kind of long jump like that. This trust jump right here is very long, so I like to go on low FPS like 75, 60. And then do downwards momentum like this. It's pretty far, so don't be surprised if you fail that. And this jump, what I like to do is go in the middle of the stud, turn a little bit, so you're like shaking like this, and then just do a jump like that. Because if you're straight, sometimes you might not be able to, like it might just push you out and not let you jump, so I like to turn a little bit, like this. It's also a far ledge grab, so I like to go in low FPS and climb the one stud like that. And then this jump is pretty long as well. You gotta do the 13 stud strat for this. It's probably like one of the hardest jumps of 2. Like that. It's easy. This is also a pretty easy jump, but I like to just go low. Do the trust flick. This one you can either like just use like the E-dance, or actually no, don't do that. Just climb it like that. Climb and do a shift flick. Because it's also, you gotta aim for that little ladder right there. So climbing helps. Let's jump to slanted part, slanted trust. And for this, just like wait until you stop moving and then go down and then flick around like this. And then hold W and slightly angle your camera, and then hold A at the very end. Just wait until you're in like a good position. Oh my god, bro. Like that. And for this walk around, I don't know why I struggle so much on this, but I did find a strat where you literally just like go here, like just hold W and D, use the alignment keys like this, and then just walk by holding A, like that. But doing it normally, it's also pretty easy, but I don't know. I struggled with it beforehand, like, so I just found like a strat like that. And for ToSR ledge grabs, I highly recommend going low FPS to do them. Because on high FPS, it's just harder, like, because you're like climbing really quickly on higher FPS. As on lower FPS, you're like climbing a lot less like this. So you can do it much easier on low. And then for this jump, this is basically the last jump of 2. Don't go all the way out if you want to do this backwards. So if you do go all the way out, you might not make it. That's gonna happen probably. So just go like a little bit out like this. Do backwards like that. And then this, you can either go forward or you can be safe and try to land on this side. It takes a second though. Another ledge grab to floor 3, yeah. Floor 2 is like the hardest floor first half, so it takes a second to get consistent, but it is very consistent. So there's this net part on 3. This part is an insta kill, not this. This isn't. This like dark one, I don't know why it's not, but you only gotta worry about these. So you do not want to fail like the first jump. You can fail this and touch the insta kill. So the rest of the net part isn't anything to worry about though. Just be careful going around slant hit trusses. There's a lot of them in this tower, so yeah. And this is an upwards truss jump. Just hold A like that. Oh my god, what? It's an easy jump. This jump, don't go all the way out, because if you do, you're probably gonna miss this jump to the ladder here, cylinder ladder. Just go a little bit out and then shift. And now go on low FPS. And then make sure you're climbing slowly like this. If you're climbing really fast, like, that's why I recommend going low FPS, because like on high FPS you just climb really quickly. So if you're on like lower FPS, just wiggle around until you climb like a bit slowly, like takes a second, like that, and then stop, but don't move. Just like push yourself out just a little bit, because if you don't push yourself out, you're gonna walk off. And then do a downwards thrust jump onto this ladder. And climb this so you can reach the cylinder. This thing can also flinger if you're not careful. Just slowly go out. This is a lodge right here. And just shift to avoid this half stud block. I recommend climbing this. This sphere wrap is kind of weird, but it's pretty easy, honestly. And for this, I recommend doing E dance too, and then shift jump. So it kind of like reduces the flat side from the sphere. And from there on out, the rest of 3 is not that bad. Like, just some simple truss flicking here. Another 2-stud climb. And you're basically on 4. The rest of the section is pretty much netted. But there's like an insta-kill here over like failure gameplay. And also if you're on 240 FPS, I recommend going like 165, 144, so you can actually go around trusses. Like on 240, it's a bit hard. Like it just barely moves. So I recommend going lower for that. But yeah, you're on 4. You don't have to E-dance to do this jump. Just WD. That section's also not that hard. For this, I like to WD into it. It's kind of like a 1-stud gap, kind of. So you gotta avoid this 1-stud. This jump onto a slam truss is pretty hard. but it is consistent. And then now you're at the first like weird truss jump of the tower. So like for these kind of like slanted trusses, I recommend going like 144. Don't go all the way too deep into it like this, or else you won't jump. But also you can't be too far, or else you're just gonna like drop off like that. You have to be like in the middle, kind of like this, and then just do downwards momentum like that. Climb this so you don't get flat side. Jump from this corner, don't jump from like here. There's no need to. Jumps kind of far, but not really. For this, go on 90 FPS or lower so you don't get truss RNG'd. And the kill section is pretty easy though. Probably not gonna die there. For this jump, it's pretty long, so what I like to do is go a bit low, turn left a little bit, and do a long jump onto it like that to climb. And for this, do like a walk around, kind of to climb this platform. And just do a downwards momentum jump here. For this jump, make sure you're not climbing on the truss before you do the wrap, like that. And you're gonna want to flick around this slanted truss here, and do a similar thing to jump off the truss, like on 144. Go pretty low here because you don't want to also hit this sphere and just not climb the ladder, like that. And then do this jump from the left side because the right side is tilted. It's way harder that side, so yeah. And then for this wrap, there is a half stud right here. You gotta worry about that. And for this jump, there's a strat I use to make it so you don't get flat side. Like without a strat, this jump is just straight up impossible, bro. Look, like you cannot just wing it. So my strat for this is go to this stud here, scroll out, go to the corner of this stud, and then scroll into climb, and then turn your cursor to this stud, scroll out, and then do a shift jump like that. And you see how much height it gave me? It's crazy. It's the most OP strat. And for this, there is a one stud roof. You gotta be careful of it, like this. This is also a one stud roof jump. You gotta go around it. And now you're on 5. So, oh yeah, I have a funny story. Like one time I failed going up like this. So what I do now is just wall hop this kill brick to get up. I mean, you're probably not gonna fail it. It's not even that bad. But I do recommend just wall hopping on this side so you don't somehow fail. Oh yeah, another fun fact, bro. The far message on the tower is on floor 5. Like why, bro? Literally, it should be 6, which is like the first major hard floor. I don't know why it's 5. Like 5 is their easy floor. Like the net is also easy. The only like somewhat hard jump is this. Just jump off the cylinder, or I mean the sphere facing forward. It helps for momentum. And this jump is 1 stud gap. Be careful. Okay, this part is ass. So what I highly recommend doing is just go on 60. It just like helps you go through these annoying like wasting time. Is wasting time fucking spheres, bro. Like this one especially is really annoying. You just like hold D at a like slight angle and then just let you. It takes a second. The rest you just gotta brute force your way through. This truss jump is pretty weird, and it's also pretty far, so I recommend going low FPS. And also just make sure you do not touch the roof because you will fall off. Just make sure you're like as high as possibly can be, then do downwards momentum onto that ladder. And then this thing is like a 1.5 studs. It's not that bad. And for this, just do downwards momentum. Don't do upwards momentum because you'll just hit your head. And there's two ways to do this jump right here. You can either just do the intended ledge grab way like this, which is also pretty easy, but you can make it really, really easy by just climbing like this, shifting, and doing a simple long jump. You can just avoid the roof completely, and it's a really easy jump. Now for this thing, it's a little bit like precise climbing onto this. It's kind of like climbing onto the ladder. Yeah, like sometimes that can happen if you're not careful. You can also use E-dance too. It's optional. Yeah, but the rest of 5 is pretty easy. Maybe one more jump that we'll get to. Yeah, this lodge is pretty difficult, but if you do fail, you just save to the end of 5. Or you just gotta redo literal, like, extreme gameplay. So there's this lodge. Please make sure you're not on 240 for lodges, please. They're just harder. Look, like, I just slip out on 240. Please be on 165 or lower. So I climb this and do the 13 stud strap by turning left, like this. And then use W and A and then angle to the left, so you can do this like slow lodge like this. It's very useful. It's very useful because you don't lose height that way. And once you're at the edge, just shift out like that. And for this jump, it's also kind of far. You can climb it. I recommend you climb it, but you don't have to. And now you're on floor 6. This, most people say it's the hardest floor. In my opinion, it's the hardest floor too, but it gets pretty consistent. Like, I'm not gonna lie, some very good strats for this floor as well. Yeah, this is also the floor where I'd say the tower really starts like picking up as well. Like every floor after that is pretty difficult, like except for floor 10, because floor 10 is like easy net floor. So yeah, floor 6 starts with like easy net gameplay. And for his first jump, it's a bit weird because it's like really close. All I recommend is just go on like 90 so you don't get thrust RNG, and just stop moving once you climb. This jump is a head hitter. There is a cylinder right here that you want to avoid. And then now you're on the no jump section. No jump section's not that bad. Maybe like there's like 2 jumps that are a bit weird. Like mostly they're just basic like 13 stud kind of flicks. Oh yeah, for this one, yeah, you want to go left side. It's a lot easier than just like. For some reason, I used to do this like this. I don't know why. This is just unnecessary. It's like a harder cylinder wrap, and it's over nothing. So just hold A from the left like that. This thing is a bit weird. Just like be careful climbing around this. Gotta be very careful. And for this, don't go up here. You can't really make it. So what you're supposed to do is actually climb this and then do a ledge grab kind of flick. My strat is uses alignment key, so what I do is go in the middle of the stud, use the left alignment key, scroll in, and tap your alignment key, the right alignment keys until you're like this, and turn to the left a little bit, and then just walk with holding D like that. So this strat works, it's just if you don't turn left at the very end of it, like you just do this, you might not make it. Make sure you turn left if you're gonna do my strat for this. Like that. This jump's also pretty weird. What it is it uses the wedge to boost you onto the ladder. So you do not want to turn your camera. If you turn your camera in the middle of doing this wrap, you might not get momentum and just fall onto the insta-kill right here. So just like go all the way out, hold D, and then turn your camera. And this is also similar kind of walk. My limit is go to middle of this stud, turn to this stud here, hold D only. So climb jump here, use E-dance to get up that 3 stud thing, and then climb up here to get your jump back. Now for this jump, climb, it's pretty far. Just do shift flick. The heck? I walked off. Okay. This jump's also pretty far. It's a one-stud ladder with like 0.5 neon. And now you can skip this section by going on to this one step. It skips like easy jumps. Now for this, there is a strats for this, but I personally just like delay my W key, just let go and then press it again so I can land onto the thrust. Now this flick is so weird. Like this one stud is so dumb, bro. Like it just makes you jump for some reason when you're just tapping W. So what I recommend doing is go to this side of the stud, go pretty low, turn right, like this, and then do 13 stud long jump, like that. And this jump is it's a head hitter right here, so it's pretty awkward to do normally. Like, yeah, please use a strat for this. So my strat is, I go to this side of the stud, tap W so that I stop climbing like this, and then scroll out and aim to the thrust like this side, left side. If you're too far right, you're gonna hit the wall and not climb. So like this, like aim like where I'm aiming. Oh, that was too far left. Okay. Like there's a good place. And then here. This is just a downwards momentum thrust jump. It's really easy. This jump's pretty difficult. It has like a roof here. That kind of makes it weird. And you also you basically have to climb and do a shift flick here because it's pretty far. But it's pretty consistent. And for this jump, simple flick. This jump also is not that hard, but you can also make it really easy using the ELAF, because what the ELAF does basically is you don't get hit by this wall if you use the ELAF emotes like this. And then it becomes free. Like the rest of 6 is not too bad. Recommend climbing this. This jump is a bit weird, so it's actually harder for like on lower FPS, like because you actually, what happens is that the lower your FPS, the more jump height you get. So the more jump height you get, you're gonna hit that roof thing there. So if you try to do this jump on 60, like my strat is just like align to this like between these two studs here and just jump forward. I guess that works on 60, okay. But if you try to do the jump normally, you're just gonna hit your head, and that's gonna happen. But I highly recommend doing as as high FPS as possible. Like even 240, you can land this jump without the strat. Like see how I just completely missed the roof because it just gives less height on 240. But I still recommend doing a strat like this, just aligning here. It gives enough room to miss that head hitter roof. Now for this flick, it's off of a slanted thrust, so I recommend flicking to this side and flicking back, so you're deep into it, and do shift flick. This flick is a bit weird because you cannot be too far from it. If you're too far, like this, you might not jump. So I recommend being deep into it. And then do a shift flick like that. Now there's like an insta-kill right here. Be careful, it's pretty dark. There's an insta-kill right here and right here. And then last jump is really easy. You don't even have to E-dance too. I'm just doing it. But now you're on 7. This is where I consider a really good run. Like once you're on 7, you are far as fuck. Not gonna lie. So the first part of 7 is really annoying. Like it's the most annoying net of this entire tower by far. Because of mainly like these two jumps. This jump, bro, it's like the hardest jump of the tower. But it does get kind of consistent if you do like a push lodge. Like this one stud right here, you can do it as a push lodge. So basically, like that. Just turn like sharp left at the very end, like that. And for this lodge, jump off the sphere and make sure you're under 240. What the heck? I did not do the jump. Okay. And also you can just move through the lodge fast by holding WA and turning right a little bit. And I also just and then I just switched to slow lodging by angling left at the very end. You don't have to lodge like this. This is how I lodge. And for this jump, please hold W and A at the very end. It helps a lot because the slope is because the landing is like a steep slope. Yeah, it's pretty annoying, but holding W and A really helps. So yeah. And now from this point, it's unsafe. Easy jump. This is a lot like the trust jump on floor 2, the far one. Just go on low FPS and land onto this. It's a slightly slanted platform, yeah. For this jump, I use the alignment key setup like this. Just tap D until you're pretty low. I'll use the alignment key left one, scroll into climb, and then do shift flick. What the fuck? This just didn't work. Okay. Yeah, like this. See? Yeah. This lodge jump is pretty weird, and it's also pretty far, so climbing is a bit weird because like sometimes it could drop you. It's a tilted cylinder. But do the 13 stud strat, turn left and do the long jump into the lodge. If you make far enough into the lodge, you can just hold W and A, do the slow lodge facing left. But sometimes if you don't get enough height, you can still 2-step climb the landing. Let me just like lower myself a little. You can still 2-step climb it. This wrap is a bit weird because it's jumping off like a half stud. You can't turn all the way out. So my alignment is with this stud. Press the right alignment key and do the wrap. Now there's two ways to do this jump. My way is just jumping from the one stud onto this tilted ladder, or tilted truss I mean. But if you're gonna jump from this ladder, don't jump from all the way up because you're gonna hit your head. You gotta go pretty low like this. And now just tap W and A to go around this slanted truss. And now flick around here. Flick out a bit. Go as low as possible. Press space and then go like that. You're gonna want to do the same thing for this jump, except this jump's a bit harder. So flick out and then go to like the lowest point of the truss. You see like right here. And go as like low as you can, like your torso like just below the truss. Press space and then like that. It's a pretty scary jump, but yeah. This part's also really annoying. It's a waiting simulator, so go on as low FPS as possible, like 60. Hold W and A and make sure you do not get flung out. Oh yeah, and I also failed this somehow because you can climb this. You can climb like this. I just like jumped off and yeah, so be careful. Make sure you're not climbing. Now the rest of 7's pretty easy except for like one section. So this is all super easy gameplay. For this jump, use the 8-2 so you can like avoid the wall. For this jump, make sure you're facing the direction of the cylinder. If you're tilted, you might flat side like this. But it's not even that hard of a jump. And then when you're going onto this wedge, make sure you're also facing directly at the wall, and then turn like this. Now this stupid fucking ladder, I hate this truss, bro. It's so bad. So for setting this jump up, I recommend going to the corner, climbing it, and then shifting back up like this. And once you climb this little truss, sometimes you might just get like dropped off, like if you try to go up like that. So you gotta be very careful. And just like go to like this stud here, this stud texture, and then just do a simple just jump and then go, like a ledge grab from here. And once you pass that, you're basically on 8. The rest of 7 is super easy. This jump's a little annoying, but it's netted, so. And it's just like this random fucking like ram jump over insta-kill, just random, bro. And then just the rest is easy. That's still, it's like I don't understand the balancing of this tower. Like, just doesn't make any sense. Like literally, it's all free until 8. So now you're on 8. This is pretty much the last like floor until you get to 9. Okay, that's obvious, but once you get to 9, it's basically like, I'd say like 50-50 chance you beat it. Because 9 is very netted. Except for like the inside section that we'll get to. So the first part of 8 is unsafe. Be careful here, there's like a 1 stud roof. I'm flicking around this ladder, or for this easy thrust jump. But this thrust jump is a little tilted, so I have like a kind of setup where I go to the middle, turn to the right, and then turn back. Go pretty low and then do downwards momentum jump like that onto a little ladder. It's a small ladder, be very careful. And for this, just go to the as right as possible and do a downwards ledge grab jump onto this 2-star. Just a climb. It's pretty difficult, you can miss it. And then for this jump, just like tap S. Don't jump from like here, it's just harder because of the roof. Just tap S once and try to climb this tilted part. For this jump, make sure you're not climbing. Please make sure you're not climbing. And I just do like a long jump like that. Actually, I think you can use climb and do like a flick. There's like 2 ways, yeah. For this ball jump is very strange, so it's a flat side onto a flat side. Like, of course it can be a weird ass jump. Like, what I like to do is just jump off forwards from this ball. Diamond keys are optional, but jumping forwards is very important. Oh, and also I found another strat just after beating tower, and it's when you go to this side right here. Hold space and then shift like that. I should have used this strat, bro. Look how much height it gave me. Look, it gave so much. Yeah, I recommend using this instead of just like jumping forwards. And then for this jump onto this truss, I recommend using E-dance to get more distance. And just do truss jump onto the beginning platform. Now this entire net section is just like way easier. It's so weird, bro. This balancing, dude. Like this entire unsafe section is like the hardest part, 8, and then it's just the net part, a literal net part, all filler. Look, just look how easy, bro. Maybe not this jump. I mean, it's also filler. Just lodge it like this. Hold D, and then you start rising like this. Just turn out. Like you can just do it normally as well. It's also pretty easy, but I highly recommend lodging so you just don't fail at all. Jump from this sphere forwards. You're at an unsafe part again. Although this part is not as hard as the like beginning. I recommend going on low FPS for this ledge grab jump here. Go down with momentum. Now be very careful this slanted truss when flicking around it. I want to go as left as possible and just press space and then go normal momentum jump. And you also want to be careful going around this. Yeah, you can't fail flicking. I failed flicking around this part like once or twice. Now this ledge grab jump is pretty far. I don't like to do downwards momentum. I just like to do a regular momentum, which you do have to go pretty low for, like there. And then be careful for climbing this slanted part. You can't go too out. Make sure a decent bit out, like that, and then do downwards momentum onto this ladder. And now the rest of it's pretty easy. Just one jump, pretty much left. Oh, for this, just jump off the cylinder forwards. And for this jump, actually, there's two ways. Like, the way I do it is I climb here on like this texture, turn to the left, and do a shift flick. But the other way is you can jump from the edge here, just like at the edge, like so you don't get flat-sided, and do like a long jump. And for this, both ways are easy, but just jump from here. You don't even need that wedge. And this jump, I found the alignment kind of. It's just like tap W until you can barely, you can see like the shadow, like the shadow of this side of the wall. And turn to about here, and then go out a little bit, and then do a long jump. It's basically last jump at 8. And now you're on 9. If you get here, please just beat the tower. Just please beat it. No, it's not that bad, but also 9, it's very inconsistent if you don't have the right strats. So this first jump, just make sure you're low and then turn left and then do a long jump. This is also a long jump. This is also a long jump. This is a flick. I recommend flicking from here. Actually, you can do it normally, but it's a bit harder probably. And then for this thrust jump, I recommend going 90, do downwards momentum, and climb up the ToSR. This is a pretty difficult lodge. You can go on 165. And just do slow lodge for the entire thing. Like that. And flicking off of this is also pretty weird, because it's a corner truss. For this jump, what I like to do is on shift when landing, like this. Because it's you only get about like 4 studs of space. So it's a pretty tight like head hitter. But like personally, I don't know if it really helps, but just personally unshifting helps me climb the truss better. Make sure deep enough to do that deep flick. This is also a flick. And for this jump, using E-Laugh here makes it really easy. It gives so much distance. Like just doing it normally, if you're just slightly off, you can get bounced off because it's a slanted landing. So for this jump, I recommend using E-Laugh. And this I recommend flicking once you climb this slope, so you don't get a momentum loss. And this jump to the slanted truss is very far, so I like to go on 60 and do a normal momentum jump. Okay, now this jump, bro, this is like straight up. It's RNG if you're on like low FPS, because this is what happens. You just get bounced off when you try to climb it. But also don't be on 240 or else you're gonna probably get truss RNG. So I recommend going on 144 for this. Go like around here and then do regular momentum jump and just pray, bro. It just works better on higher FPS, but sometimes you will get dropped anyway. And for this, just climb the slope so you don't get flat sided, and do lodge. And this jump has a roof here when you're trying to climb the cylinder, so what I do is just tap S 3 times and try to climb it. You gotta climb this cylinder like this. Tap A so you can turn a little bit like this, and then do downwards ledge grab onto this one stud. And then for this jump, you also do not want to get flat-sided. Make sure as close as you can to the slope, not touching it, and climb this one stud ladder. And for this slope jump, I recommend doing 13 stud strat, so you get as much momentum as possible. Oh my gosh, bro. Here just use WA, kind of like a 1x7 jump, which you would normally do. This is a deep flick, really easy one. And for this, just shift jump it. Could also WA, they pretty much do the same thing. And this jumps over Instacala, super easy. Just, I like to just wing it. I don't think there's even a strat for this. Now for this jump, there's two ways. There's the ELAF strat, which is just like go here and just ELAF and shift jump. It's really easy that way. But if you don't want to use ELAF, I have to just go backwards and then do shift jump. It's pretty similar. Both ways they help reduce momentum loss a lot. And for this jump, make sure you're inside this slope and not jumping from like here. It's a bit harder from that slope, so make sure you're in this one. It's really easy that way. And this jump, you hit your head a little bit, but it's also not that bad. Okay, so first jump a 9 inside. I recommend going this side and tilting to the right a little bit and just do a jump. Like, for some reason, it just deletes all momentum loss if you do it this way. If you try to do it the other way, facing this wall, you might get stuck, and sometimes it might lower you and you just fall. If you do fall, you can just hold W and land and still save yourself. Okay, where was I? Okay, yeah. Oh my god. Okay, first jump of 9, and the actual first jump of 9 inside is a pretty long jump. But I think if you do fail it like this, you can still save. But for everything else after that, you're not saving yourself, I think. Like, you failed this. I mean, you can barely save, but like, you're probably not gonna make it if you fail a cylinder jump right after. But everything else after the first jump is pretty easy. The cylinder jump here, you can ELAF if you want to be safe. Like this. And this was my previous PB jump. Before I beat it, I don't know how I failed this. I was just like bad. There's two ways to do it. You could just do normally. And you can also lodge like this. Like lodging into backwards especially is really easy. And that's what I did. It helped me, I think. I personally prefer lodging. I think it's better for nerves, probably. And then now after that jump, it gets super easy. Like all of this is super easy. It's all like terrifying. For this lodge here, it's a 1.5 stud lodge. So I recommend going low FPS like 75 and tilting right. And wait until it moves you like this. And for climbing this slope, you gotta be very careful. Go to like just like a little bit out the middle stud texture and use alignment keys so you don't get dropped off. And just do a downwards momentum jump onto this slanted part. Be very careful going around this slanted thrust. And once you're around like here, shift into the slope. Now this jump has a head here, so you do not want to touch the roof. Like, I'd say that's a good space. And alignment keys you can use if you want. The most important thing is you do not touch that roof, or else you won't jump. And the rest of this gameplay is really, really easy. You basically beat it in it. Like the very last jump, just climb the 2 studs. You're not gonna have to do 2-stud climb. Like it just boosts you up because there's 2 parts. Yeah, I mean, 10 is basically where I beat it. Like this is just like pretty loop failable gameplay. I don't really have any strats for it because it's like loop failable. I'm lazy. I just like, I don't know. I just wing all the jumps here. Especially this jump is pretty weird. It's like, I think there's like a jump in Spiraling Fates like this. Oh yeah, bro, like there's so many jumps. This tower steals from Spiraling Fates. Oh my gosh. So many. Oh my goodness. Okay, there. This jump, you gotta climb it so you don't get any momentum loss. Sometimes you just like don't make it. I don't know. Maybe you can E-dance through this actually. It's pretty far. Oh my god, bro. These jumps are so ass, but they are netted. This is just a climb here, be careful. This jump is unsafe. First unsafe jump. I think someone failed this jump. And then like the second unsafe jump is this, right here. Yeah, someone has failed this, I think. Please do not fail it. Please. Yeah, just make sure for this to climb, please be on low FPS so you don't fail it somehow. Okay, after that, the rest of the gameplay, low mid hard, bro. Straight up. This is like unfailable. I don't know what to say, bro. Just filler gameplay over insta-kill basically. Last jump. Oh my gosh, we beat it, guys. Oh yeah, this tower, bro, very, very strat heavy. So I really, really recommend you guys use strats. If you don't want to use all my strats, that's fine, but please just get good strats for this tower, else you will hate it. You will hate the loop failing. But otherwise, honestly, for Spiraling Fates ripoff that steals fucking like 5 billion jumps from that tower, it's not that bad. It's pretty fun, I'm not gonna lie. I would recommend this. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and see you guys in the next video.